It's time once again for Mike Malloy Radio Gumshoe. Tonight's episode, Testimony of Evil. Hey, Truth Seekers. I walked into Nikki's place, a dive just down the street. Small crowd, just the usual suspects. Everybody busy staring into a glass of cheap hooch, trying to forget yesterday, trying not to think about tomorrow, and, well, trying to erase whatever happened today. Seemed as good a place as any to have a flashback. I ordered the usual. No ice, no water back. I didn't even want a glass. Just leave the bottle. I'd tell the bartender when I was finished with it. I couldn't get a sound out of my head. High heels on wet pavement, walking away, the loneliest sound in the world. It all started a million years ago last week. I had just turned off the computer when she walked in. Kathy.
Hello, Malloy.
Of all the studios and all the towns in all the world, she walks into mine. We met years ago. She was fresh out of journalism school, and this is where we could have another flashback, where Malloy meets girl, Malloy loses girl, Malloy tries to get girl back, but wait a minute, you're not supposed to have a flashback within a flashback. So let's just say we went our separate ways. Hi, dollface. What's a nice girl like you doing in a place like this?
I was just in the neighborhood.
Sure you were. Sure you were. Top mainstream reporter just happens to go slumming and looks up an old friend.
Oh, Mike, you see through me like a pane of glass. All right, I need your help.
Imagine my surprise.
I'm serious, Mike. I can't get anyone to publish the biggest stories I've ever covered. Look here. Panetta providing cover for advisors complicit in CIA torture. The Homegrown Terrorism Prevention Act. Bush profiteers collect billions.
What do you want me to do? Beat up your editor?
This isn't about a byline, Mike. These stories are news. If I can't get these stories into the mainstream media, I'll give them to a man with a microphone who knows how to use it.
Is that some sort of double entendre, dollface?
I was going to try a triple entendre, but I thought you might hurt your back. So what do you say about these stories?
Huh. I say it's only a couple of hours to showtime, baby, and we've got some work to do. We put together a good show that night, and the next. We were doing what we were best at, digging up the facts. Good program tonight, dollface. Why don't we stroll on down to Nick's for a nightcap and talk about the future? Our future, baby.
Are you serious?
Grab your coat, and let's find out. As we left the studio, I heard a car behind us. I turned, and through the open back window, I saw the gun. Kathy, get down! Get down! We dove behind a conveniently located bus stop bench as two gunshots pierced the night. The car raced away as I helped Kathy up. Are you okay?
Mike, they were shooting at us. Who are those people? What?
Too close misses, sweetheart. You have to be real good to do that. Good enough to hit someone if you wanted to. Somebody was just putting on a show for us.
But aren't you afraid that...
Not for myself, dollface, but now I'm convinced of one thing. You're getting out of this racket once and for all.
But what about what you said?
Now there are bullets flying around. Look, sweetheart, this all adds up to one thing. You're going to get back into mainstream media reporting where you belong.
But, Mike, no,
Do you have any idea what you'd have to look forward to if you stay? No network, scraping by on skimpy ad revenues, $59.40 a year for podcast subscriptions at MikeMalloy.com. That's 25 cents a show. I'm talking about going it alone in syndicated radio.
You're only saying this to make me go.
I'm saying it because it's true. Inside of us, we both know you belong with mainstream media. If you're not, you'll regret it. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but soon and for the rest of your life.
And I thought I would never leave you.
Look, I'm no good at being noble, but it doesn't take much to see that the problems of two little people don't amount to a hill of beans in this crazy world where right-wing radio dominates our nation's airwaves. Someday you'll understand that, but now, here's looking at you, kid.
If that's the way you want it, Mike.
She turned and walked away. I ducked into Nikki's place. Now we wait for the harpsichord music to signal the end of this flashback. There. I left, and as I walked up the street, I heard a familiar set of footsteps behind me. I turned.
Hello, Malloy.
I thought I told you.
Yeah, and if it were 1942, I'd be getting on that plane with Victor Laszlo. In case you didn't notice, it's 2009, and I'm perfectly capable of making my own decisions. Besides, I was under the impression you needed a producer, and an engineer, and someone to tuck you in at night.
Baby, I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship. Tune in again for Mike Malloy, Radio Gumshoe, when Mike and Kathy are trapped in the Fortress of Fox.